everyone, welcome back. Thank you for joining me today. If you are looking to get directly into the gameplay, go ahead and skip about 4 minutes in. I will be doing a little bit of a pre-roll to ensure that everyone that wants to join the stream live doesn't have to suffer through ads if they have if they don't have a subscription. So if you're looking to just get into the action, go ahead and scrub through the video until this GIF comes down. I know that is probably going to turn you off unless you know about it, so that's the easiest way to get there. For everyone that doesn't need to skip ahead to satisfy their urge to see what the actual video is going to be about, I am going to start the ads in just a couple of seconds here, I think. Currently, I need to wait for... Wow, why is the bitrate over 9,000 right now? I wish that was a meme joke, but it's not. I was pretty sure I capped it at 6, but it's currently running a bitrate of 9,208. Wow. We're going to start the ads. There we go. I will once again say welcome back. Thank you for joining the stream. If this is your first time, I'm just going to do this pre-roll for about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. If you're watching on YouTube, which is the most likely place you're hearing this message, then thank you very much for doing so. I would very much appreciate your subscription if you are so inclined to enjoy these kind of long-form, sleep aid-ish replays of the stream. I try real hard not to get too loud or to scream or get jump scared, and of course no weird or bad takes on things, so that should hopefully help you enjoy the video. If you're watching on Twitch, thank you very much for doing that as well. I appreciate it. If you feel like following, that would be greatly appreciated too. I do this for fun, so if you want to come hang out with me live while I play video games, I love having people to chat with and to laugh at me when I screw up, to think through puzzles with me, give me suggestions, that sort of thing. I am sorry. I am tremendously unhealthy, so having everyone and anyone who would like to come spend time with me is more than welcome. Let's see. Oh, if you're having trouble finding me online, then by all means join the Discord. There is a link back and forth between Twitch and YouTube and the Discord in both bios. Just make sure you're signed in before you click the link so that it takes you directly to my page and not to sign in for you. We've had people get tripped up on that before, and that's the easiest way to avoid it. We've got a great little community. So if you feel like following along, even with the Blueprints playthrough, there is an entire channel dedicated to where I'm placing the screenshots and clues that I find through the game. If you want to join and follow along with that, that way you know what I have and have not seen. For example, you would have known that up until yesterday, I hadn't seen the picture with the apple orchard code. But I found it eventually. Let's see. Anything else? Offhand, I don't really think so. Just thank you for joining. If you have suggestions, feedback, comments, feel free to leave them in the YouTube comments, or again, there is an entire feedback and information polls section on the Discord. I'm happy to hear you out, especially if there's like a better time I could stream for you. Just let me know. I'm happy to be flexible. In any case, the ad break is going to end. There we go. I will disable the screen so you don't have to scrub anymore. There we go. And again, thank you for joining me. We are back to chat proper. Now, yesterday ended up being an incredibly long stream, as we did successfully complete the game. I think it was day 25 that we finished it off. But I am told by Waylord that that is in fact ending 1. Now, I'm not sure if the ending cutscene will change if we solve more puzzles, or what the case may be. Frankly, I'm just hoping I can somehow find a way to get some more control over the game. But we did learn some extra things. Everything from the fact that there are sigils we need to be on the lookout for, and some information about how to interpret them, to how we're actually supposed to identify which of these plots of land are more fruitful. One thing that we learned towards the very end yesterday was about the potential growth of these outer plots where all of the green items can actually spawn. And there were a couple in particular that I really wanted to investigate. So, right here, this plot is apparently completely barren. The book showed that that was the only X on the map, and I'm not sure why it would be an X. It kind of looks like one of the treasure maps that we occasionally find as we go through, but there are also rich soil plots as well, so I'm very curious about what that would entail. Also, I know there's still a bunch of rooms we haven't drafted yet, and far from just not drafting, we also haven't seen a lot of things. Oh, trophies of Mount Holly. Draft a room in each open slot of your... Oh, cool. Hey, I didn't see this before. What does it mean in dare mode and curse mode? Reach room 46 in one day. Oh, so these must be continuals then. Or like new game plus modes? Interesting. Reach room 46 in under an hour. That would be difficult. Reach room 46 in one day. Buy out the entire showroom. That would be difficult. Ace the classroom final exam. I think this one would be possible if we started going through the classrooms themselves. There are supposed to be 8 available when we draft them. Trophy of trophies. Solve the puzzle in room 8 on rank 8. Oh, these two are probably consecutive then. And unlock all 8 realm sigils. Huh. Trophy of invention. Logical trophy, a bullseye trophy. Explorer's trophy. The Mount Holly directory would be... I think it's this? The room directory? Yeah. Okay. And this does count as day 27, not a new day. Because yesterday we just had... Or was it? Oops. Day 25, I think, was the day we completed. Yes. Oh, it's just calling it day 26 now. Okay. Interesting. Well, with these additional steps, we're going to start out by going to do the outside outside room. What's it called? Just the outer room. One thing I would like to check again is, now that I'm the Baron, can I use the dynamite? Because I think in the trading post there was dynamite specifically. And while the shelter would be good, and I'd be looking for that right now, I want to see about the dynamite. This one. A little too dangerous to pick up. See, that's concerning for me because there are very breakable looking walls. And I'm not sure how I can get to them or get through them. But there certainly are some. So, for example, the ones that I was working with yesterday had the secret garden. And there's a room in the greenhouse as well that should have an opening there. My only thought so far is in the west wing here, if I can get further into where there's a locked room on the outer section with the secret garden key, I might be able to access it going from the garage around there. But there are two caveats to that. Mount Holly gift shop. I've never drafted this one before either. Okay, we're doing this one first. Big foam 46 hand. Hey, it's the stuffed plushies. Enjoy a lunch? Observatory, wish you were here. That's cute. I give up. I'm stumped. It's about time you visit Mount Holly. These ones are all over the place. Stay safe this holiday season. I wonder if these are all just the puzzles that I've already solved. Bunch of Red Prince trophies with the story. Or Red Prince dolls, I mean. I really like this symbol for Mount Holly. I think that's what that is. Blue tents fit for a prince. That's cute. Okay, let's actually check the gift shop. A permanent addition to walk-in closet. It just looks nice. When you reach rank 5 with lunchbox, gain half of your dinner steps. Ooh! Permanent addition to the dining room. Permanent addition to the pool. Unlock dare mode. There we go. Okay. Oh. Interesting. Okay. So this is like a store to unlock new things. Huh. That's interesting. That's cool. I like that. Alright, let's go for... I don't want to do the passageway quite yet. Okay, we'll do storeroom. Because I have plenty of steps for the moment, but I am short on resources. So we'll start here. There's a pawn in this room. Is it always a pawn? Or is that just showing where it could be? feel like if I can find more of these, that may be how I'm supposed to set up the board. Hiya, Jacob. Welcome back. I'm doing alright, thanks. How are you? I hope I haven't been muted this whole time. Okay, good, I haven't. I'm good having some ground peanut butter and raspberry jam sandwich. That sounds good. That sounds very good. I am exploring some of the new opportunities this house presents. I don't know if you saw, but yesterday we actually finished the game. But it's apparently only ending one of several. Waylord was saying that I have apparently completed about 18% of the game. So, I still have much work to do, apparently. And, I'm not sure what an Eli 5 is. Eli 5? If you mean just like a quick rundown, then as a... Oh, explain it like I'm 5. Okay, sure. So you play this dude named Simon something or other, I think. Your great uncle has died, and he bequeathed to you in his will everything from his mansion to his wealth to his title, under the premise or under the condition that you reach the mysterious room 46 of the game, which is back here behind the antechamber. And his entire mansion is a build your own dungeon situation where you have a bunch of different rooms and room types that you build as you go. And at the end of each day, the manor resets and you get to start again. So you may get locked out, you may dead end, you may run out of steps, which is your energy. And the biggest issue of all is that you're having to solve puzzles that cause you to backtrack through it until you can figure out what you need to do. So, for example, some rooms will only spawn in the sides of this area. Some rooms will not spawn at all unless you have other prerequisite rooms. Some rooms will have secrets hidden. For example, in the foundation here, there was a lever to bring down an elevator that you could only see if you had built another room with a doorway facing it from the other side. And it's a big puzzle, or a lot of small puzzles that add to a big puzzle. I hope that's clear enough, because there's a lot of puzzles. I spent about 45 minutes on a clock puzzle that was it should have been a very basic logic type puzzle. It was not a very basic puzzle. It was very difficult. So I'm learning things as I go. Oh, yes, also, any of the things in the top right that you see there, gold, gems, keys, as well as any items I pick up, I lose them at the end of the day. The only thing I get to keep are these permanent additions, one of which I still haven't found yet. If I can increase my allowance somehow, I can get that. And I can get stars in the sky for whenever I draft an observatory. Those are the only things that carry over from day to day. And now that I've completed the game once, because I did make it through to room 46, I have obtained the title of Baron and a single trophy, and now I have to discover the other parts of the game. So I'm solving puzzles blind. Well, hello, Doug. Fancy meeting you here. Thank you for joining. How you doing? One moment, please. Okay, there we go. You're doing good. How about me? I'm doing good too. Thank you for asking. I slept all right. We finished this game yesterday, but apparently only about 18% of it. So I need to go through and find out what I don't know. When you draft a hallway from another hallway, each time you find some trash while digging, that could be powerful. I know, right? I do not sleep well all that often. Well, did I really sleep well? I don't know. I think I got to sleep about 3:30, maybe 4 a.m. And then I woke up around 10:15-ish. So about 6 hours. I don't remember if I woke up too many times in between. Still rare, but better than usual. How did your day go, Doug? Each time you find some trash while digging, add a chest. That'll work. You broke your phone? Oh, that's not good. Phones are not cheap to repair either, I hope. How did you break it? I'm very curious how you broke your phone. I'm curious and concerned. They are equal measures curious and concerned. Let's go... I guess we'll go into the nook. We're getting all of the dead ends here. You made it fall, and it still works, except half my screen is completely black. Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, I hope you can get it repaired. Like, for sure, I hope you can get that repaired somehow. Phones are not cheap, and, I don't know if I told you, but I guess a year, maybe 2 years ago now, during the summer, I had a really bad fall, and I kind of broke my phone too. I landed on it when I fell, and I bent it. So the whole screen tries to lift outside of its casing, and every once in a while the touch screen stops working as a result, so I have to like try and bend it back into place. I'm just waiting for the day I press too hard and shatter it and make my fingers fill up with tiny bits of very difficult to see and pull out glass.
Oh, hi there.
Well, hello, Nat. Thank you for joining. How are you? I'll get those cute lollipop flip phones from the dinosaur age instead. I had one of those. I mean, not the lollipop style, but I did have them. Welcome in, Nat. Thank you very much for joining. How are you doing today? You're barely alive, but okay. That's fair. I'm curious why you're barely alive and hoping you are more alive soon. I'm doing okay, thanks. We were just talking about how Doug broke her phone, and I was telling her as well about... Oh, I don't have gems for that. About how I had a major fall not that long ago, or like 2 years ago, and broke my phone too. Your kid has been a tantrum king lately, and you've had a migraine the whole day. Oh no. That's awful. I'm sorry to hear that. Thank you for joining me in spite of that, but are you sure you're okay to be here? Do you need to go lay down? Do you have some Tylenol and Advil? Took some Tylenol with dinner. Okay. Well, I hope it helps. Okay. I want you to know I appreciate you being here in spite of that, but I will not begrudge you if you need to take off. Yeah, I have no idea what a doliprane is. Okay, courtyard. Can spawn on the outside. I have 1 gem. Let's go for... Oh no, I can't do the parlor quite yet. Relax and have some nuts. It's National Nut Day. I don't know. Doliprane is basically the ultimate French medicine. Okay. I did not know it was National Nut Day, Jacob. Although that is a good question. Do you guys have a favorite type of nut? The sun is exploding even in your dreams now? Yes! Yes! Oh, Nat. She says, bruh, I dreamed of Outer Wilds last night. Ha ha ha. One of us. One of us. See, I knew you'd get addicted to it. Is it not such an awesome game? I love that game. Suffering. I'm stuck in the loop even off game. Just wait until you get the DLC. And then you will have an entirely different problem that will haunt your dreams. Oh yes, Jacob is having home ground peanut butter and raspberry jam, I think he said. And not liking cashew nuts sounds great. Cashews are a really good nut, actually. I like cashews. Let's go for the chapel. Yes, okay. I don't like using the chapel, but he was talking specifically about a certain type of statue in the cloister that's the only place he's seen it. Wait, cashew juice? How? I have never heard of cashew juice. How does one get cashew juice? So we did the sugar soaking of raspberries, and we're doing a turbinado sugar soaked raspberry jam. What is the turbinado? Well, I know cashews have fruits, but I thought that it was like tremendously irritating to the skin. I'm surprised you can drink that. Okay, so bishop. Think between white sugar and brown sugar. Really? I thought cashews were like dangerous to pick barehanded as a result. Sugar in the raw, TM, is similar. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I read tornado sugar soaked. That sounds hilarious. Gonna go eat BRB. When you said BRRRB, I thought you said burrito for a second. My wife likes to make jam and preserves, so we're doing a peach jam next. Ooh, peach jam sounds good. Is it you? Why don't you have... Maybe part of it is just going to be getting the cloister out there. Corridor is always left unlocked. Bedroom. Now I'm craving peanut butter and jam sandwich, but I just had a big dinner. I understand that. Sometimes you get the cravings that don't want to go away. Yeah, we put the peach jam on top of Havarti cheese and prosciutto for some bruschetta, for some open sandwich. That's interesting. He wants to see you suffer. See, I've been experimenting lately because I need to stock up for winter, because when it gets too cold, I don't want to leave the house. I struggle enough with my health that I don't want to take unnecessary trips outside when it starts to get super cold. And as a result, it's leading to some different discoveries of foods that I could eat. So, for example, I've been trying to eat pepperoni sticks lately, which should hold pretty well for a long period of time. And so what I've been doing is crackers and cheese and pickles, and then taking a chunk of pepperoni stick and then slicing it down the middle so that I can spread it out and cover it on top of the cheese to make little cheese and cracker sandwiches, or open-faced sandwiches. Yeah, it's not great, but I mean, it works. There are 2 false statements. The box with a false statement is empty. This box is empty. Okay, so let's assume this one's true, and blue is going to be it. Shelf-stable snacks, yeah. Oh! Speaking of shelf-stable snacks, oh no, I was wrong. Oh, that's disappointing. I should have thought about that one a little bit more, I guess. Speaking of shelf-stable snacks, I got some beef jerky from the store yesterday, and last night, as I was polishing off the pack, there were some crumbs in the bottom. Oh, sorry. There were some crumbs or some leftover bits in the bottom that I tried to eat, and so I just tilted the bag up and tried to smack it in towards my mouth. And as I'm chewing, I'm like, this piece feels weird. Why is it chewing this way? And it turns out it was the desiccant pack that had fallen into my mouth. So I had to fix that real quick. Yeah. Thankfully, I didn't actually chew it. I just felt something weird in my mouth before I bit down. But yeah, that was quite the discovery for the moment. Extra key. Ooh, that's helpful. Yeah. It was less than stellar. Less than stellar is a good way to put that. Thankfully, I didn't chew or swallow. You know, hey, JC. Yes, I did. I just finished that yesterday. We made it through. And now I'm struggling with some new puzzles. First, because I'm trying to discover what the new puzzles are. And second, because I got the trading post today and it still won't let me use the dynamite. I'm the Baron. Let me blow open some holes in these walls. I don't have many options here to go through. Gymnasium. I may have to do the gym. Because legitimately, the first thing I wanted to do is check on the... Oh yes, also I found the orchard. I got into the orchard yesterday too. And I got that last flame lit, so that secret elevator popped up, and we went down and investigated about the sigils. But the first thing I went to do... I don't have enough for the cloister. Okay. I don't want to do the weight room. The archives, sure. First thing I wanted to do was look for the dynamite, because there's still those walls that look like I should be able to break them down in the greenhouse and the secret garden. And also in the basement now, there's that secondary one. And it's driving me nuts that I don't know how to break those walls down. Like, genuinely, I am so frustrated that I can see there's stuff behind them and nothing works. No, because I have a sledgehammer, but it's only for locks on small chests. It won't let me just break stuff. I know. I feel the same way. Ooh, dining room. But we did get the gift shop unlocked today, which is fun. And I had a feeling that when I saw that cutscene, I hadn't figured everything out. There's just a lot of things yet to be discovered, apparently. If you're following along on the Discord with my hints and, or I guess the spoilers and things, you'll see that I found some new information from the Gardener's book. Green rooms do not cost gems to draft. Oh, that's huge. That's real big. I could also get the breaker box. Yeah, we're going to do the terrace. Absolutely doing the terrace. Terrace. Ooh, I've never even built the terrace here before. Have I even built the terrace before? I don't think I have. Because I still want to build the garage over there, which should let me explore up this way a little bit. Right? This fancy schmancy bit. What I've learned is that the green bits here, the terrace, or all of the green bits, can only spawn on these outer sections of the house. And there's 8 different green rooms that can do that, not including the cloister, I think. Oh, that's not good. I just dead-ended myself. Okay, I'm dumb. I got greedy. Oh well. C'est la vie. That happens. You added way too much spice to your lentils. That's fair. That's fair. Welcome back. Oh, thank you. C'est la vie is the bare minimum pronunciation for that. I think anyone who would pronounce that as Cest Lasvis would probably deserve to be mocked. Alright. I think 5 is division, or purple is division, so 4. That should be addition. 13 plus 7 is 20. Oh no, I guess that's not. 4. Oh. Well, that's not right. It's not bone apple tooth, it's bone apple teat. Well, wait, are you saying it's c'est la vie, not c'est la vie? Because as far as I know, the EST is just pronounced silently. Oh, right, there we go. 20 divided by 4 is 5. Huh. Interesting. Oops, I'm not done with this one. So 10 minus 2 is 8. Oh, what's the pink? I've forgotten. Blueprint spoilers. Here we go. Gotta go all the way up to the first clue that I placed in here. Multiplication. So 10 minus 2 is 8 times 1 times 10. So 80. And then divided by 8 should be 10. Okay. There we go. Got it. And I got a key card. Hooray. Just what I didn't need to be able to progress. By the way, letters at the end aren't often pronounced in French, so bon appetit is not bon appetite. Well, I knew that. But I was making fun of the fact that Jacob typed out bone apple tooth, because I'm guessing he couldn't put a picture of boobies in there, so it couldn't be bone apple tit. Yeah, that's about right usually, as far as I understand. And that's why I think it's common to put it as bone, because we would say bon, which is like B-O-N, bon appetit. Why am I in the security hall? There we go. Just gonna go throw this in here. Throw a coin to your witcher. Yeah, okay, we're done with that one. Combination of letters make different sounds. It's like combos and Smash Bros. That is the worst analogy, Doug. It is not like combos in Smash Brothers. It's hilarious that you said that, but it is not like combos in Smash Brothers. Oh boy. Who said you could be funny? You trying to kill me? Oh. Oh yes, it was hilarious. Like, who's Combos and Smash Brothers? Oh, I'm gonna start saying that. My goodness. I can't make promises at this point. Oh man. Okay, I'm good. No, I'm not. Okay. Ooh. Oh boy. That was nuts. Easy for you to say. Have you heard how I try and breathe? Oh, I've never read this before. Oh, okay. Excuse me. Oh. All right, let's see here. For the last 38 years, it has been my pleasure of serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility. As meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spent our all afternoons here will readily admit that we are reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Lady Epson, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention in my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she's done on behalf of our community and our children. Without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision, a vision that I dared not even dream. I do need to breathe for a second. Okay. That dreamer... That dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Miss Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add, forced me to give this speech. Doug almost murdered hero. Yeah, it seems like, yep. For reference, I think if anyone does successfully kill me, that automatically earns them the title of villain. Who I might add forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end my praise of her there, though she deserves much more, I'll admit. To the architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair, okay, I thank you for following in your father's footsteps and building Reddington yet another school, and for allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is created in March. A decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears the children running through his halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today, whom I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild. Those whose parents before them I have also taught, and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have a lifetime of quiet peace, and yet what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow merits upon? Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me. If I'm still standing in 8 months, I will see you all at the slightly less melancholic ribbon-cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end. Remember to give Miss Peterson her gift. Okay, so nothing actually important on these lines. Oh. So I don't know if you guys... I mean, I know you didn't know this about me, but you may be surprised to know that I used to have quite a thing with wanting to build a backyard forge. And so I used to have quite a selection of desiccant packs because I wanted to, I wanted to use it as a stabilizer for sand to create reusable homemade crucibles and molds. Because it apparently mixing in desiccant or silicant packs with sand after they've been melted down stabilizes them. Yeah, crucibles. Unless you wonder, Doug, crucibles are those little tiny furnaces that you actually melt metals into, not crucifixes like you would see in churches. Anyway, you said you had a joke for me? You know I do love me a good joke. Let's start in the library, I guess. Oh yeah, because I found the book here. This is Swimbird. Oh, that's what that thing is. That's cute. Okay. Oh, he took out the book that his mom wrote. That's cute. Detective Bon Margot. It got edited again? Cosmetic surgery used to be a taboo subject. Now I can talk about Botox and nobody raises an eyebrow. That's a good one. I like that one. That's pretty good. I came up with one last night. Do you know what a vampire's favorite part of the ghost is? It's the ectoplasma. It's not great, but that's what I thought of. Because it's like ectoplasm, but also like blood, so it's an ectoplasma. I thought it was funny. Oh, that's why you unlock dare mode by buying this. I am a dare bird, a daring and brave bird, diving so deep bird, a ride on the wave bird. There is not a dare I would not do, there is not a depth I would not dive to. However, my friends are not very open to the idea that I like the sky less than the ocean. Bird in the sky, not in the sea, this is what they say when looking at me. You are not a sea bird, you are not a swim bird. If you are a friend bird, fly in the wind bird. And if you're on Sesame Street, you're a big bird. I mean, and shouldn't you always listen to friends, for they know me best, or so they pretend? So I dare not dive, and I dare not swim, and I dare not step foot in the ocean again. And I dare not smile, and I dare not laugh, for they will do it for me and on my behalf. And I dare not dream, and I dare not speak, for maybe my friends won't like the real me. Doug told my doctor that I suck in my stomach when I weighed myself. He said that wouldn't help, but it was the only way I could read the scale. That's funny. I like that one. That's a good one, Doug. I like that. And I will say goodbye to my dreams in the sea and wonder why daring feels just like defeat. Huh. Yeah. Poor little ducky. Secret passage. Ooh, gallery. I've never been in a gallery before. At least not this type. We have not drafted this. And it's a puzzle room. Okay. You have a joke about a black hole. Okay. Please continue with the joke about your black hole. Christopher Manson. Nah, never mind, it sucks. Alright, I got you. Oh, that's what that is. Okay. Actual objective. 367. Oh. Oh, am I trying to title these? Apparently. Okay. Interesting. And there's chests on their backs. Okay. So the puzzle seems to be to guess the title of these paintings. So they have these 3, 6, 8 in this case. 8 letters that you have to select on here, and it changes on the nameplate. And then I'm guessing that when you label it correctly, that's one of the puzzles solved. But I'm not sure... Oops. I'm not sure how these clues might interact with each other. Because I don't even know what the limits of it are. So... 1954. It might be a pun, it might be a joke, it might be a reference to a certain word or to several words. Like I-N-F-I-N-I-T-Y? Infinity? They are all Christopher Manson, but I don't think that has anything to do with it. So 3, 6, 7. So it's definitely the deadly 7 sins. Why is there a picture of a shark in the background and nails in infinity? I'm going to try and put infinite in here if I can. Because that seems the most obvious right now. Nope. There is no I in the pool of letters I can choose here. Okay. How about over here? I'm going to go for the obvious answer first and say this might be thick. Because I need to figure out one of them in order to get a sense for the pattern. On this one, there's 5 letters. And I'm not sure if that's even right. But thick seems to work. It's the most prominent letter there. Or the most prominent word. I didn't hear anything like telling me I was correct, so I'm going to assume that. I don't see a word here, though. And it's only 6 letters. No, that one won't work because it's 6 letters long. Stop is only 4. This one, I think, was 7 letters, and this one was 8. Or this one was 8. So it can't be a progressive set of them. Like, it can't be thick and then thicker in thickness or something like that. Collection of Mount Holly. I'm not sure. Huh. This puzzle is weird. I'm not really sure what to make of it. Maybe it's some kind of a codex? Yeah, you and me both. There's not really a lot of context to it. Yeah, like there's pictures of the paintings themselves. There's options for the title. But there's nothing to indicate what they might be, and they could be anything. Wait, hold on. This is puns right here. This picture is just full of puns. Like, these are all eyeballs. And this is genuine. And it's on a veritable. Actual objective is a goal. Genuine veritable eyeball. And maybe they're all at the horizon. Horizon, no. Veritabl, no. Genuine. Maybe it's genuine? Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, why wouldn't I recognize those? And, like, obviously these are the 7 deadly sins written around here. Pride, envy, lust. Not sure what this one is supposed to be. Gluttony, sloth, avarice. And, like, handcuffs, thick and thin. That's contradictions. Opposites. Freedom. Black lights. Black and light. Why is it shooting through the sky, though? It's a comet? Comet cuffs? I'm not sure. I may have to look something up about this, because I cannot for the life of me figure out what it is. Oh yeah, wrath would be a smart one, Doug. That's probably right. Unfortunately, it still doesn't quite fit in here. Well, I'm going to keep going for now. There might be more information later in the mansion that I'm just not picking up yet. I guess we'll do the guest bedroom. I mean, if it'll give me the letter, sure, I'll try it. Oh, I did get a G. No L, though, so it can't be gluttony. I feel like this is, what's that game people can play? Wordle? Where you have to guess a combination of a hidden word in 5 letters. Except that it's not giving me any sort of feedback for when I've got the right letters or the wrong ones. Yeah. Wordle is fun. That one, maybe not so much. Right? Okay. I'm going to go up the stairs again. I haven't looked at these records in a while. Total time, 21 hours, 28 Ds. Inheritance, 28 days. Okay, thanks, Doug. In that case, I will just kind of look around for a minute or so until she's done. Release me, you foul beasts. Has it already been an hour? It has already been an hour. Damn. Hey, I've never been able to see out this window before. That's cool. My first claim ticket was car keys. Most time spent in the clock tower. You don't say. You did indeed subnet. Thank you very much for doing so. I appreciate that. Lockpick and metal detector. Oh, cool. It actually keeps a list of the contraptions. Wow. The study, the attic. Highest grade 1. Oh, each classroom must show how far up you go. Okay, that's interesting. I really am going to have to try and get more of these classrooms in here then, because that's kind of cool. How long till the ads are done? 30 seconds. Okay. I mean, it was nice to take a second and just stop and look at the records room in here. Welcome back, Doug. Why am I getting so many dead ends this run? Holy cow. You have been freed. Freed, I say. Like this run and last run, I have been getting nothing but dead ends. Freed from ads, not from dead ends. You are very right about that. Oh my goodness. What is going on with this house? It does not want me to progress anymore. Oh, there's a gym in the classroom. Okay, okay. Yes, we'll do this one. As the blueprints, they were royally effed. Benny. I don't remember who told me this, but I finally got the difference about the bath and the bat, meaning the difference is an H. I did not get that joke at first because I thought it was a tub and a bat. I don't think I can be blamed for that, okay? Nomenclature is important. Oh, okay, so this picture is a classroom puzzle. Can you find the difference? So the difference, I initially thought it was a tub and a bat, but it's not. It is a bath and a bat. And the difference between a bath and a bat is only one letter, an H. There you go. JC calculated it out for you. He's done the math. Why am I getting so many crappy rooms today? Oh, but I do have redraws. Okay, so let's redraw this. Yeah, I think it's just a kind of a puzzle. I think that's the only reason to it. Okay, I guess we'll put the closet here so that I have something I can do. Ooh, sleep mask. Yeah, bots are mercifully pretty rare these days. Another one that's been rare since you guys have been hanging out with me so much is the art spammers. I don't have so many of them coming in because they're like, oh, this person isn't by themselves alone. They won't have time to interact with me. I'm actually surprised that that Mary whatever person is still in the Discord, because that was also an art spammer that came in. But, I mean, she's stuck around. She's never said anything else, but yeah. Yep. And I mean, I did too. She's never said anything, But, you know, I tell her the same thing I tell everyone that comes in trying to sell me art, which is, I don't have anything for you right now, but I will keep you in mind. And so I think that gives them enough hope that they want to stick around, but it's like, I'm not... If I want art, I will go out and look for someone to make me art. No! It dead-ended again! Ugh. What is going on with this house? Ah. Well, that's fair. That's understandable, Doug. I'm trying to think how I might be able to give you updates for if I have to take a day off for some reason. But if you don't have Discord, I don't really have any other way to do that. Maybe... Are you able to access YouTube on it? I can't imagine they could ban YouTube, because lots of times you need to go watch videos and things. Because I could make it a habit of posting... Oh, actually, before I do that... Okay, if you've subscribed to my YouTube, then I can try and make it a habit of posting a... what is it? There's some sort of notification thing I can do on YouTube. Where is it? Not Google account, that's not what I needed. Where's my studio? Yeah, I can just make posts. And I'm not sure how they would show up, but I mean, I could make a post about it too. That way you at least know if I'm not going to be on that day for whatever reason. Which is generally because I'm not feeling up to it, or there's construction going on or something. But I don't want you, like, sitting around waiting for me if I'm not going to show up. I would feel genuinely bad about that. So I don't know if that would work, but if you think it would help, I can definitely do that. Okay. Yeah. I will take care of that then. I will try and make that a habit. If I forget, I will apologize, and you're free to be mad at me if that does happen. And any changes to the schedule, as has been normal, will still be posted on Twitch itself. I'm actually surprised they're letting you on Twitch, to be honest. I didn't think that one would be allowed to get through. You won't be mad. Pfft. Doug, you get mad at me when I'm, like, a minute late. I feel like I'm abused. Not the belt again, Doug. I'm sorry. It's not efficient when I'm late. Hey, turn the handle. There we go. Well, it's not efficient when I'm not near a boat either. Wait, no, that's a fishing. Oh yeah, so I don't know if you guys got a chance to see this yet. When I lit all 4 of those torches... Oh, what's this? This elevator popped up through the ground, and if we run down here... This looks new. Let's say 5:02. Yeah, so I found this just before I quit yesterday. It was like a 4-hour stream by the time I was done. Because I had a little bit of time before I called it yesterday, and I was like, oh fine, I'll do one more run. And then as it turns out, that was the run that was the winner. Not the frontman, the foreman. As our client Thomas Sinclair suspected, The arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much longer arcade carved into the rock face. Last week, when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible, but after only a few days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we have uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration so far has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we've surveyed has ended abruptly, and every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. The site is either much older than we'd first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. Okay, yeah, Ah! No, I can't jump out the window. I tried. That was the first thing I tried. What happens if I do this? It's like that meme that's been going around of guys checking if there's fall damage in video games, and they're literally just trying to fall as far as they can. It shows Kratos jumping off the cliff. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. So I didn't get more pieces on the board as a result of that. Okay. This chessboard has me curious in 2 ways. And I'm going to tell you why. So as I'm going through the mansion, there are chess pieces strewn about in some of these rooms, right? Like, I know the bishop is in the church, I know the pawns are in the low-ranking rooms, like the storage room and stuff. I don't remember where the rook is, but I think the king was in the master bedroom, and the queen was in her ladyship's chambers, or whatever that happened to be. But all of those are white pieces, and I think these are the black pieces. So I'm not sure if it's expecting me to put these pieces in opposition to those on the board to try and set up a checkmate, or if it's trying to get me to align them in a certain way that's being shown on pictures in the mansion. I just don't know. It's another one where I don't have the clues of it. Like, here's a door that I should be able to get through, but I can't. And then back here is the furthest I got in. That's the book with the sigils. Written by Fen Aries. Well, that's the thing, is it's not actually a chessboard. Because if you look at it, it is exactly 9 columns, or 9 rows, by 5 columns, and this one is stretched out. Back here you can even see the spread out entrances of the antechamber, because that is exactly the same size and shape as the blueprint of the mansion. So the entrance extends out this way a little bit too on the actual thing. And like I said, I know that there are points in here where there are chess pieces. And I'm not sure if it wants me to get every room with a chess piece and place them in the matching point on the board. Yeah, it is a map, but like I said, there's just not quite enough information in it. Anyway, we have to call that a day. And let's see if we can finally get some non-dead-end rooms tomorrow. Because I am getting sick of not being able to get past rank 4. This is very frustrating. RN Jesus, help me. That used to be the common joke when I was playing games where you could try and upgrade your weapon, but it had a chance to either lower or to destroy the weapon in general. And no, it wasn't Final Fantasy, Doug. I know you're going to say it's not one without Piero mentioning that. I think it was called... Was it Ica Online? It might have been. It was an old Korean MMO where if you wanted stronger weapons, you'd basically have to pay And the joke was you'd pray to RNGesus that your weapon wouldn't break or that it would upgrade so it wouldn't be as expensive. I know, right? Who would have thought? Okay. So let's see what we have today. Tool shed, root cellar, trading post. I can't get the dynamite, so that's going to be pretty useless for me right now. That's fair. That's fair. There's a couple of... Ooh, that's a good one. And a lockpick. Oh, that's big. Okay. What was I going to say? There's a couple of manga that I read that are supposed to be like RPG inspired, or they're inside VR RPGs and stuff. And in Japanese culture, I guess they don't call it RNG, or they don't refer to it as like praying to RNGesus. They talk about it being a desire sensor. So the game knows when you want something and it actively fights against you. Yes, ooh woo indeed, Doug. Ooh woo indeed. Yeah. I think it's interesting. Alright. Can we please... So they call it a desire sensor. So because you want something, the game knows you want it and has a habit of giving it to everyone except you. That's their ongoing joke for it. Let's get the guest bedroom out of the way. Down in this far corner. Ooh, key card. That's a good find too. What did you think it was? Now I'm curious. You can't just say that and expect to not have it. Hey, look, it's a sheep. Or is that a dog? I'm not sure. Looks like a dog, maybe. You can't just say that and then not tell us. Right? Now, if only I can get the mansion to stop trying to dead-end me, we'll be golden. And it doesn't want to stop trying to dead-end me. Well, I don't know, Doug. A desire is something that you want. What else could it be? Why is it still trying to dead-end me? What is this nonsense? I mean, okay, I'll take your word for it. Ooh, key. Ooh, key. Like a monkey. I have been thinking that probably... Because today's Wednesday, right? I'm thinking probably Friday, like, and maybe tomorrow too. I'm not really sure, but I'm thinking because I've been playing so much of Blueprints lately, like consecutively, I might take a couple of days as a breather from it and play the Stanley Parable. Yeah, not necessarily a break, just like a refresher would be nice. So I'm thinking if I do that... why is it still trying to dead end me? Want a break from the ads? Spotify Premium. But yeah, I just feel like that might be Something fun, a nice little break from puzzles and thinking and getting lost, and instead just frustrating a narrator who's trying to tell us a story. I have the original version, so you're going to see all of the stuff that they wanted to reference like 10 years ago. So, for example, Minecraft was a lot more popular, as was, I think it was called Rocket League. It was that game where you were in rocket cars playing soccer against each other. Yeah, I mean, it looked entertaining, but it also looked pretty frustrating. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Like, you've seen that game, at least, I think, or heard of it. There's a bishop in the church. Yeah. So there's a joke about that being about Rocket League in there. You get to kick the soccer ball around the field, but you're on foot. And there's a Minecraft joke where you're not actually allowed to play the open game. The narrator plays it for you. That kind of thing. It's entertaining. Let's go. I guess we'll go for. Let's do closet. We'll just get it out of the way. I don't really want it here. Check my posture. My posture's fine. As fine as it gets, anyway. You don't know. I know this may be a surprise to you guys, but I will let you in on it. I actually don't move a lot during the day because of my health. So I play in a recliner that is also my bed. I don't have a bed. I sleep on this. I mean, I do have beds in my house, but I can't lay down flat that easily. I actually tried to get an MRI done a while back, and they just couldn't get a good reading of it because while I was on my back trying to get scanned, the coughing fits were so abhorrent that I couldn't stop coughing, and they couldn't get a good picture. And then on top of that, there are nights where I wake up basically completely unable to breathe, and like terrified as a result. Yeah. So West Wing halls are always locked. I'm gonna put the West Wing hall here and hope for a secret garden key. Oh no, why did I do this? I'm an idiot. Oh, I just wanted to check if it was actually locked. I thought the keys would let me do that. Oh, it's not actually locked anyway. Okay. Sorry. Let's see. You sound like a poor boy during the plague. Me father took away me mattress. Now I sleep on a chair. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. I can't breathe at night, so, you know, I gotta do what I can do. We're gonna do courtyard, and we're gonna go through the courtyard to the garage. Open sesame. Yeah. Anyway, like I was saying, so I have had nights where I've woken up because I can't breathe and my body tells me I need to cough. But like I have no air in my lungs with which to cough. So I wake up like just gasping for breath and I can't function, and it's terrifying. And yet they wanted me to try and get oral sedation so that while I'm in the MRI machine, they can get the steady picture. But the problem is, like, I had to press the emergency stop button twice while I was there because I couldn't breathe laying on my back. And they're like, they didn't stop it. I'm terrified that if I go in there, I'm not going to be able to wake up again. You know what I mean? And sorry, what was your question, Doug? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off with that. You have exactly 2 hallways, double your keys. I have exactly 2 hallways. I could double my keys, but that would also block me from progressing. So we're not going to do that. I'm glad your impression of me is terrible puns. That's all I'm good for, is terrible puns. Let's do the bedroom, I guess. Yeah, let's go this way. I can't say you're wrong with that impression. When you try not to cough, do you have that thing where you kind of sneeze, but it's not a sneeze? No, if I try not to cough, so here's the thing. It's a completely involuntary cough. I cannot control it. When it starts, it happens. Even if my mouth is closed, it will still happen. It just comes out my nose as a cough instead. So, for example, that was a purely nose cough. My mouth was closed. And that one was a little of both. I don't have control over it. So it's not a sneeze. It's not like a buildup. It's just something I can do nothing about. That's a large part of why I have to be on workers' compensation, and I can do this instead for the days, because like my job would entail me working with people who are like post-hip operation, learning to climb stairs again and things. And can you imagine how awful it would be if I was trying to help someone climb the stairs and then I had a coughing fit I couldn't control, and all of a sudden they get dropped? Right? Or worse yet, I pass out and they come with me. That does not end well. That is a huge safety concern for both of us. So, like, I can't do my job like this. Not at all. Just like that, Jessica. You're doing good. Just one more step, coughs and falls down the stairs. Yeah, well, it's not only that, right? So it's like, suppose we're going up the stairs and I have a coughing fit and lose my balance. Then I'm going down and I'm dragging this person down with me. If they get caught on me, then we both fall. Or if they fall and I have a coughing fit and I can't catch them in time, then they go down the stairs and I'm left unable to function because I'm still trying to catch my breath. Or I can't carry them because I'm coughing so hard that I drop them, right? Or if I'm trying to help reposition someone in bed and I have a coughing fit and lose control and smash their head against the back of the wall or something. Or if I'm trying to transfer them and they drop on the floor because I lose my footing from the coughing. Like, there's all kinds of safety risks with this that it's not a good idea. It's not a good idea at all. Why is nothing going to the right? That sucks. Den, boudoir. I guess I'll go to the boudoir just because I can get the extra dice and the gem. There we go. So yeah, that's my life, and it's pretty terrifying. I have bought myself a little time to not be in that situation because my caseworker for workers' comp is away. I'm not sure doing what or for how long, but I was like, hey, I really need the regular guy to be back before I say yes to this. because I don't really want to die. Thank you very much. Not looking forward to that at all. Ooh, can I... Bacon and eggs. I have enough. Adds morning room to this day's draft pool. I've never drawn that. Okay, we're going to eat that. Okay, no problem, Nat. I appreciate you hanging out for as long as you could. I know it was a long day for you as well. I hope you get some rest. Dream of Outer Wilds, because we're all going to expect your grand revelations tomorrow. Oh yes, may the sun explode until you figure out why. Morning room. Tomorrow you'll start with 2 extra gems. Yes, all of the exploding. Until you figure out why you must explode more. More! More! Yeah. Good night, Nat. Thank you for being here. I hope your day tomorrow is a lot less stressful. Ooh, upgrade disc. And gems. Sunflower. It's a morning room and there's a rising sun. Bye! Okay, let's see here. Baron of Mount Holly names nephew provisional heir. More to follow. Oh, heart condition. Baron Bafflers. What time is it for you right now, Hero? I want to calculate the time difference. Currently, it is 12:37 p.m. I think we're about 8 hours time difference, Doug. You know. Yes, 12 p.m. is noon. In military time, it would be 1200. Yep. I was right. I am smart. Mary Matthew Jones. Huh. A New Clue. Oh, we haven't seen that one yet. Oh, the Cinca Empire is interesting. Okay. Interesting. I keep seeing Cinca things all over the house. I thought it was a secondary type of company that was getting contracted out. As it turns out, no, I'm the heir to the Cinca fortune. That explains a lot, to be honest. Let's do the den, I guess. Because it could do utility closet, but that won't really help. The lavatory would dead end me. You know what? Maybe I'll do the lavatory just to get it out of the way. And hope I don't dead end there, because that's like my last option to get through. Anything in here? Not usually. There's no power that can go through this room either. It really is just a dead end. A lavatory is a washroom. So a toilet, bathtub, sink. Yep. Bathroom, washroom. Poop station. Home of the royal throne. The swirly maker. That's very common, Doug. That is very common. My toilet is also next to my bathtub. A lot of the reason is that I'm not going to go back there and waste steps to get there, but a lot of the reason is just for expenses' sake. They try and keep the drains of multiple things close together so they don't have to run excess piping. Well, usually people just wouldn't be using the washroom at the same time, Doug. But in general, to save on money, they don't run pipes through the entire house. They run them to specific areas. So they'll be near kitchens, near washrooms, near laundry rooms. That way they minimize how much piping they need and just efficiently get the water to all the places that could use it. It makes it easier to plan things out. It also makes it less expensive. Ow, what the hell? Sorry, 1 sec. I just went to take a sip of coffee that I forgot I had prepared and didn't bring the lip to my mouth. Yeah. I noticed that as well, and there was usually the bidet next to it. Interesting that you should say that, Doug. Yes. But, I mean, that should be the same in most places, because the hot and cold water tends to run through the same pipes, which means that when somebody flushes and the toilet tries to use cold water, the hot water will be the only thing running through the pipes towards the shower, and you just get burned out. It's very uncomfortable when somebody uses it, especially if there's multiple toilets in a house. I could get down into the basement here, but I don't have a... I don't have the pump room running yet, so... Can't pick that one. Okay, that's fine. I have many keys. Can't do the mail room right now. Security? Parlor? It'll have to be security. But that's okay. I have gems. Ooh, and I have an upgrade disc. Haha. Forgot about that. What do we upgrade? Courtyard, okay. +2 gems, +5 dig spots, or always unlocked. It would count as a hallway. Huh. That's a good question. Rather than dig spots, which don't usually yield good things, and gems, which I usually find enough of, I think always being unlocked would be a huge benefit. So we're going to do that one. Especially later in the mansion. What's hilarious is that I got all of the things to break open things that would require keys. And so far I've run into only a single door. I don't get that. Let's do keycard system. And let's set security level to high. Confirm setting. Offline mode. Doesn't really matter, but we'll change it to unlocked anyway. I broke like half my nail off. Ow. You have been hurting yourself to no ends lately, Doug. I hope you're okay. Stepping on glass, breaking nails. I hope everything is good. Ooh, rumpus room again. I could do that. which will get me through to the other side. Yeah, I'm gonna do Rumpus Room. Because I want to speak to Alzara. Checker. Oh, I thought that was a rook. I was like, oh, did I finally find the rook? I did not find the rook. Alright. Oh, there's another bishop in here. Interesting. I wonder why there's a bishop in here. That doesn't really seem to add up, but okay, whatevs. Want to turn on the TV, the old school TV. Insert coin. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing new to say.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened
At the sound of a dropping coin.
You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. The image is becoming clear. I hear the pattering steps of children running in the forest. The joyful echoes of laughter in the courtyard.
Hey, Waylord. Welcome back.
An old man sitting in an even older chair.
I was just saying
A
that.
seed that has served many generations, each with their own stories,
I'm doing alright, thanks.
each with their own secrets,
Sorry, I just want to make sure I don't miss this.
with their own endings, but all in the same chair. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara.
Am I looking for the same chair? I just became the Baron yesterday.
The following day, I will have
But yes, Doug, I was just saying, you seem to hurt yourself every day. You're breaking nails, you're getting glass in your foot. My goodness, I hope everything's okay. And I'm doing alright. Thank you for asking, Waylord. I appreciate you being here, as always. We have been through... I want to show you how ridiculous the house history for today has been. Because it has been ridiculous indeed. The day 25 was the day I won, 26 was the day we were exploring. So look at this. Dead end 27, dead end 28. Just like for no reason, it stuck me into these dead end situations. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. I know you're also still school age, Doug, which means it's quite possible you're still growing too, which means your proprioception is going to be a little bit off. And that's super common. Like, super common. Then will let me go up. Okay. Proprioception. So proprioception is a type of sense that people don't usually think of, but it is the knowledge of where your body is in relation to itself without actively looking at it. So for example, if you need to kick a ball without looking at the ball, or you need to balance on a beam without looking at your feet, that's part of proprioception. If you're not looking at where your arm is, the fact that you know how your arm is bent is also proprioception. It is literally the sense of relative positioning of your body parts to each other. Yeah, it's a weird one. This lockpick kit is being useless today. What the heck? Let's go library. Yeah. It's not just positioning of your body parts in space, it's the knowledge of where they are in reference to each other without, like, looking at them. So, for example, if you're doing, like, a jumping jack, you know when your legs are splayed and you know when they're in. You know if your knees are bent. Yeah. Is it not 50% off? Oh, I guess save 1 coin on each purchase. Yeah. I'm not sure, to be honest. So I looked at Swimbird and Fixed Stars and Arindia. I have looked at all of these. Well, I guess I'll get that one again. I already looked at it. It could be. So, for example, Doug, if you have really good proprioception, a test that they do or used to do, I don't know if they still do, for pilots, is if you close your eyes, can you bring your fingertips together and make them touch? If you can, without looking, that means you have excellent proprioception, because you know where your body parts are relative to the rest of your body without using your eyes. It is a sense that we have, but we don't usually use. Oh, the bookshop. It'll dead end me, but I've never been in, and I really want to. Okay, I'm not really looking for a way into the antechamber anymore, so I'm going to check the bookshop. I don't care if it dead ends, I can just do that. Also, Waylord, you missed it earlier, but I was saying that I was thinking we might take a break from this either tomorrow or Friday. Not like stop playing altogether, but I think I may play the Stanley Parable for a couple of days just to kind of cleanse my palate of the consecutive days of puzzles and discovery. Give myself a fresh perspective on life, as it were. And then we'll come back to it after that. Yeah, because this is a lot of things. What? 2200. So that's 10 p.m. in like 7 minutes, Doug? Is that what I'm hearing? Or an hour and 7 minutes? Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you've seen the. I'm hoping you've been able to get access to the channel for all of the Blueprint spoilers. That's perfectly okay, Doug, because that is also the 2-hour mark for the stream. So that will be when I'm trying to end it anyway. We're just exploring this last room. Yeah, okay, good. I'm glad you have access to it, Waylord. Yeah. So there are things I should probably note down if I need to, but I don't think I'll forget any of them in that short a time. One thing that we did today was we went back down to the chess piece room down the elevator by the flames, and I'm still trying to figure out. Yeah, but I think within a week it'll be perfectly okay for me. You've seen how easily I pick up even after a couple of days of RAFT. I jump straight back in, not wanting to forget what I was working on. I do appreciate your concern. I just think you've been around long enough at this point that you know I don't get sidetracked from my leads all that easily. And if I do, That's what you guys are for. A new clue sold out in hours. Oh, I don't have a hourglass or a magnifying glass. Why can't I speak right now? It should come as no surprise that the latest book from Mary Marigold is breaking literary records and making headlines even in absentia. The release of her new book, A New Clue, comes only 14 months after the distressful report of the author's mysterious and unexplained disappearance. So she published a new book 14 months after she disappeared. Her current publisher issued a statement debunking the conspiracy theory surrounding the book's recent announcement, stating, "The writing of the book was completed and well into the editing stages many months before the disappearance." In addition, the publisher has revealed that all proceeds from the first edition sales of A New Clue will be going to Lasting Hope, a nonprofit organization that aims to provide resources and intel in the investigation of missing persons. Still, the timing and conveniently mysterious title of Marigold's third book has left many cynics denouncing the book and her disappearance as a cheap publicity stunt. Detective Ben Baumgartel, who has taken out several books in the library here, who many theorize may have been the inspiration for A New Clue, was quoted only saying that the book was unintentionally accurate. Regardless of their opinions, fans, pundits, and cynics alike were standing together elbow to elbow in bookshop queues this morning to get their hands on what may very likely be the last words ever published by the missing author. Okay. Just kind of looking around here. There's another bishop in here. But what I was saying earlier, Waylord, is we went downstairs again into the chess room from the Four Flames elevator. I'm not sure if that's what you'd want to call it, but that's what I'm calling it. And I had a look at it again, wondering if the color of the pieces were black because I was meant to put them in opposition to the pieces here, or if I was meant to place them accurately with the chess pieces in these rooms. Because no more showed up on the board when I had more rooms with these pieces in there. Oh, wow, these are expensive. A new clue. Oh, there's the unedited history of Arindia. I don't know either. Realm and Rune. Curse of Blackbridge. A New Clue. Okay. Books purchased in the bookshop will be permanently added to the library and available. Okay. Okay. I got you. So let's do, I guess, Drafting Strategy Volume 4, because Volume 5 is already in there, I think. And that's as many as I have. But we'll do this one as well, just because I have it there. Okay. It's good to know that's there. I was curious about it. I'm surprised I have to buy them rather than just having them in the library, but whatever. Okay with that. And with that, we shall call it a day, since it is dead-ended anyway. Yeah. Well, I mean, it may have made you cry a little, JC, but I'm comparing them to the prices of the luxury goods shop. So 50 coins seems pretty reasonable in comparison. Anyway, I am going to end this stream here. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I appreciate you coming in, as always. I'm sorry you missed out on so much of it today, Waylord, but I will be putting these up on YouTube again later. I'm going to save and quit here. And let's see. Before you take off, let me see. Do we have enough people here for a raid? 2, 4. Yeah, so we have enough people for a raid. If you want to stick around, I will find someone to raid and you can get some channel points. But, oh, not a problem, Waylord. I'm not faulting you for that. I appreciate you being here for whatever time you can spare for me. I genuinely am more grateful that you're here when you're able to be, rather than to lament that you are not here. I really and truly do appreciate every one of you that comes to hang out. It's so nice having people to chat with during the day, to rib me and to hear my stupid puns and to spend time with me. It means a lot. So thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate you always. I hope you don't feel bad when you come in late, is what I'm getting at. Anyway, let's raid the channel here. If you guys want to join, it looks like Mari's online, so I will send you her way. Mari Stellar. She's playing Phasmophobia, so I will not be sticking around for that, because you know me and scary games. But yeah, have a good day, everyone. Thank you again for joining. I will see you all next time. Oh, actually, let me stop my stream too. There we go.